What up, it's your boy, the Truth 31. Hit like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And man, I am still trying to calm down after watching that Batman trailer. Holy shit. Woo. Man, that was orgasm inducing watching that trailer. Now, the question is, after all this hype that's going on, everybody's like, oh my God, Robert Pattinson's amazing. Robert Pattinson is incredible. Matt Reeves dropped the bomb. And I'm just like sitting here and I'm just like, I told you. Now, can Robert Pattinson live up to this hype? Can Robert Pattinson possibly be the best Batman that we've ever seen? Now, don't get me wrong. Batfleck is my number one. I haven't cheated on my man Ben Affleck. He's my number one. He's my boo. He's my number one guy. Like my man Jack Nicholson said in Batman '89, Ben Affleck, you are my number one a guy. Now, Robert Pattinson, however, could be my number two guy. Possibly my number one. Maybe. I don't know. But goddamn, what Matt Reeves is doing with this movie, especially with Robert Pattinson's Batman, it it feels like Robert Pattinson is really channeling the trauma and the anger and, and just the raw brutalness that Batman Bruce Wayne is. Like this film, more than any other Batman film that I've seen, really just channels the just the anger, like I said, the trauma, the torment that Bruce Wayne is going through in this film. This feels like to me like a combination with Batman Arkham Origins and Batman Earth One, which focuses on the younger days of Batman, the younger years of Bruce Wayne, especially since we are focusing on the younger years of Bruce Wayne. It really is going to feel like, again, the year two of Batman, where he's going to make mistakes. He's not the Batman that we all know and love, who's perfect, who's always 5 steps ahead. He's brutal. He's raw. And I swear to God, this movie is going to be rated R, or at least it has to be. And the fact that, and one other small detail that Matt Reeves did was put the raccoon eyes. I love that. I love that little detail with the fucking mascara, whatever you want to call it. It's just Matt Reeves adding a nice little detail to the character. And again, I love this. Really, what Robert Pattinson is doing is channeling this broken Bruce Wayne. I know some people were like, well, I wanted him to be a little more suave, a little more cool looking. Again, I'm sure we're going to get there eventually, but I love this interpretation for what we've seen. Of course, only 2 minutes of footage of what Robert Pattinson is doing. Again, I can really see like this Bruce Wayne is just, he's not all there. Again, it's that back and forth of trying to be a normal guy, but yet still being haunted and still being so vengeful and angry at the world and at not really fully dealing with the loss of his parents. And that's what I'm seeing from this performance. Again, it reminds me of Batman Earth One from the comic by Jeff Johns. And it reminds me of Batman Arkham Origins, which is still an inexperienced younger Batman, a younger Bruce Wayne, who's still trying to navigate through the world on how to really be this, obviously, this persona of being Bruce Wayne to the public and being the Batman, the Bruce Wayne, the one that's trying to really just hide who he is, and not again, not just be this full on dark. It's just, I don't know, man. It's just it's different. Like what Robert Pattinson is doing, again, he's just it's something that we haven't seen from Michael Keaton, George Clooney, Val Kilmer, even Ben Affleck. I think Ben Affleck is probably the closest that we've gotten to the comics. But what Robert Pattinson is really doing is, I don't know. It just reminds me of something. It reminds me of comics, obviously, but like also he's doing something new. Again, it's really delving into the psyche of this really grounded, even more grounded, if that's even possible, of a Bruce Wayne that's just mentally not all there. It's just psychotic. Batman is psychotic. And that's what Robert Pattinson's really doing. I mean, he's really giving us like this Bruce Wayne that's broken, that doesn't give a fuck, that may kill you by accident, and that's what I like, because it seems like Robert Pattinson is really giving us a Batman Bruce Wayne that's on the edge, that's just so close to committing an act of murder that we're gonna need an Alfred Andy Serkis who's gonna have to like pull him back, like pull the reins back, and really stop him from going over the edge. And that's what I like about this interpretation, this version of what Robert Pattinson is doing. He's giving us a Batman that's just he's on the precipice of just falling over the edge, and I love it. I love what they're doing. I love that we're really delving into the psyche of this tortured Batman, this tortured Bruce Wayne who only has Alfred, but really can't control his rage just yet. I mean, he's still raw, he's still learning, and the fact that we're still going with him on this journey of becoming the Batman that we all know and love, and seeing him make mistakes, and seeing this character just go full on fucking just Batman, just really owning up to the myth that he's going to become eventually. Again, it's so cool. I fucking love it. It's going to be amazing. What Robert Pattinson is doing right now, I love the costume, I love the look, I love the aesthetic, and I love that we're really gonna hopefully, and it seems like, delve deep into what makes Bruce Wayne tick as a character. And again, it's something new, something fresh, and I can't fucking wait for it. Anyway, those are my thoughts. Truth out.